Good evening. I'm Michelle Salters-Williams, and I'll be your host this evening. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Friendship Place annual Friends and Neighbors virtual celebration. My own history with Friendship Place goes back to March 14th, 2005. That is the day that I started working at Friendship Place. I relocated to this area from Michigan, and Friendship Place served as my introduction to the District of Columbia. I could have landed anywhere, and I'm so grateful that I got to experience the Friendship Place way. We are honored and thrilled to have each of you here with us today. We're going to take a quick poll so you can indicate your answer in the chat. How many of you are first time attendees of the Friends and Neighbors celebration? We want to welcome you to our family today. We'd also like to thank several different groups of people who make our work possible each and every day. First, our enthusiastic table hosts who filled the hall for us earlier this week and invited many of you to tonight's presentation. Thank you. Next, we'd like to recognize our board members, both present and past. If you want to indicate you're a board member, you can do so in the chat. Next, our current and former volunteers, our current and former staff members, and if you're anyone who's ever donated to Friendship Place, please give yourself a shout out right there in the chat. And the most important group of all, our program participants. If you're a person who's ever benefited from Friendship Place services, we want to thank you for reminding us daily that homelessness can happen to anyone and that the human spirit is infinitely resilient. We have such an awesome community of people. It's no wonder that Friendship Place is so dynamic and impactful. We know you're here today because you care deeply about ending homelessness in our community, and it's truly an honor to have you here with us. We have representatives available in the chat, both on YouTube and Facebook, to answer any questions you may have as we proceed through the program. We'd like, first of all, to take a moment to recognize the Washington Hebrew congregation. They hosted our in-person live event this past Thursday and worked with us to ensure that we had a safe space. We were so grateful for the opportunity to be together in person. We look forward to being all together with you again in 2022. We'd also like to thank Mohan Mystery and the entire team for their constant support as we navigated through the challenges that were presented to us both this year and last year. We're so excited to present to you an amazing program today. You'll have the opportunity to see how your support can help provide services to so many who are affected by homelessness here in Washington, D.C. And you'll hear directly from the CEO of Friendship Place, Jean-Michel Jarreau, on how COVID-19 has impacted Friendship Place participants. The last year and a half has been very challenging for us all, but during this year, a little sunshine did come our way. We were able to open the Brooks, the Ward 3 short-term family housing facility. We have grown and expanded our street outreach efforts, and we've launched an already successful Hope campaign to celebrate our 30th anniversary. Throughout the evening, if you'd like to donate to Friendship Place, you can visit give.friendshipplace.org/FN2021, or you can text FP Hope to 24365. We'd now like to take a moment for you to watch a video featuring Indigo Diggs, one of our Friendship Place participants.
Hello, my name is Indigo Diggs. I'm from Southeast DC and I'm 24 years old. So I became homeless due to a situation in my household where somebody in the house slammed me in the cabinet and I ended up having to get stitches. So it wasn't safe for me to stay in that situation. I had no idea where I was going that night. So when I first realized, the situation with the person at home wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to be able to move past the traumatic events that happened. I literally lost my job 2 days, a day before this happened. So I was still processing a lot of me being slammed to me losing my job that I had for a while, and I thought that I was gonna have this job for a couple of years. I thought this was gonna be one of the jobs that I had for a couple of years. So it was a lot to process, but the way that I came in contact with Miss Sheila from Friendship Place was through one of my friends that I protest with, and he was also my friend from UDC. And we started protesting around the George Floyd protests, and he has connections, so I contacted him to see if he knew anybody with that could help me with my situation. I explained to him what was going on, and he told me that he had somebody that I could get in contact with that would probably be able to get me housing. Just told me to call her, text her. And so I got in contact with Miss Sheila the same night that I became homeless. And she told me what she needed. She asked me questions like, what did I need help with? If I needed food, if I had a place to go that night, where would I go if I did go to somewhere that night, and just making sure that I was good that night. She gave me a couple places to go to. She told me that she would follow up the next day so that we could do an assessment. So I went to work the next day. She did the assessment. She asked me if I had anywhere to go. And I told her I did. I ended up staying in a hotel that was gifted to me through one of the people from the protest community. They gave me the hotel for a week. I stayed in the hotel for a week. And then I left from the hotel and I went to stay on somebody's couch. And they let me stay on the couch for about 2 months, from June, July, for 3 months until August. And then I stayed in my car maybe once or twice. There was 1 or 2 nights where I had to stay in my car. I didn't really sleep those nights, but so I ended up having to call Miss Sheila back and tell her that I don't have anywhere to go. The people's house I was staying over, I couldn't stay over there anymore. I'm probably gonna have to sleep in my car again tonight. I need somewhere to go. So she gave me the contact to come to Sasha Bruce, and I came here that same night with my clothes, and I had a bed and food. I had food in my stomach and a bed to sleep. So I was very appreciative of that because, I don't know, it was a blessing to have that. Sasha Bruce is a temporary living facility for youth ages 18 to 24. We have food every day, and we have 3 refrigerators. We have a PlayStation that you can play at any time, and they're really good people here. They care about you. Miss Sheila, who was my case manager at Friendship Place, and she helped me do an assessment where they ended up finding that I was a good candidate for rapid rehousing. So rapid rehousing pays partial of your rent for a duration of a year. So we found out that I was a good candidate for the program, and I just had to wait for them to pick my name. And we waited, and I've been accepted into the program. I should be getting housed in the next week, a week and a half. So it's a quick process. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm actually excited to be moving and getting on my own 2 feet. The program's staying with me with a year, so they have a person that is in contact with me for counseling service. They have 1 person that's getting in contact with me to help me with the jobs that I need, or any job that I want to maybe progress in, like just get a better paying job so that I can sustain myself and keep paying for my own rent. I have jobs right now, but I'm working to get a better job so that I can be able to sustain myself after the program. I was searching for a job from May until June, until mid-July, really. I was looking for a job. I didn't have a job. And then something came through. One of my friends said I have an opportunity. Went to the interview. It was quick and easy. Got that job. Then I got another job delivering Japanese alcohol. But I ended up getting one part-time job, then another part-time job, and now I have one full-time job and two part-time jobs. So things work out. Friendship Place has helped me tremendously from the time, like I said, that I got in contact with Sheila up until tonight. Like, Friendship Place has been very helpful in getting me in contact with different housing programs. It's also helped me with making sure that I get my important documents such as like birth certificate, social security card. While I didn't have a place to go and I didn't have food to eat, like I would go to Friendship Place. They had food and they would have socks. Like, you don't understand how important socks are. They have socks up there. I have a washer and a dryer in case I didn't have it. When I was staying on my friends' couches, sometimes I didn't really have access to the wash machine. Friendship Place was great. There's been so many things that's happened. It's been a blessing.
Thank you, Indigo, for sharing your story. Now I would like to welcome Friendship Place's fearless leader, President and CEO, Jean-Michel Jarreau.
Thank you, Michelle. Good evening, everybody. It's great to have you online for our Friends and Neighbors virtual celebration. And I want to start by thanking our two speakers, Indigo and Harold, for sharing their stories. It takes a lot of courage to come out in front of people and share your story. So thank you so much for this. These have been challenging times, and I am proud of how hard the staff and volunteers at Friendship Place have worked to meet these challenges. They've shown courage, innovation, resilience, and above all, caring to do what they need to do. Just as importantly, you know we could never do what we do without you. And while the city and the federal government are generous, they do not fund all our needs or programs. Friendship Place needs all of you to do our work today and to grow into the future to meet the needs of people experiencing homelessness. Our work moves me because we treat people with respect, because we listen to participants to build Friendship Place, because this community movement that activated 30 years ago keeps on growing and helping more people each year. Our mission moves me, the way we deliver on its promise, the way it drives us to put people first and to keep getting better at what we do. Some of you online tonight already know that homelessness is a family story for me, with my brother being homeless right here in Georgetown years ago. And at the same time, looking back on my own story, a young immigrant of 18 by myself in California, living in hotel rooms by the week, downtown San Francisco. The friends I met there helped me. I did not experience the same kind of hardship that our young people here in Washington do when they live on the streets, but the fragility of that situation then is still in my mind. Your support allows us to find jobs for people who come to aim higher in hardship. It allows us to reach out to people on the street and bring safety equipment to men and women who sleep in encampments at bus stops, and bring all the services people need to rebuild their lives right to the street. It allows us also to operate the Welcome Center, to offer free psychiatric consultations, and to give people young and old a place to rest, to get some food, to do laundry, and access services again so they can rebuild their lives. I can't say enough about the blend of private and public funding that allows us to catch absolutely everybody on time. This blend makes the whole difference for so many people. During COVID, our programs continued to save lives. And even more, you've heard that we've opened the Brooks, this wonderful family facility on Idaho Avenue in Upper Northwest. We've also doubled our youth services, tripled our employment services, added new solutions for veterans, and housed even more people permanently. So COVID didn't stop us. In 2020, we prevented or ended homelessness for 2,664 people, including 535 veterans and 606 children. These numbers show how effective Friendship Place is. Now, we look to the future, to the higher level of need the pandemic will leave us with. More people at our door looking for food, for work, for housing. There will be even more to do than before. This is why we've launched an ambitious strategic plan. It has a lot of details in it, but I'm going to give you some highlights. We will find new solutions for people experiencing homelessness in the city and DC Metro, crafting this programming that works, the programming that we're known for. We will advocate for services and equity in the city and on the Hill, fight systemic racism, foster LGBTQ+ inclusion, and support groups building their own practices as we have across the country. We will build deeper relationships with our government partners because we know that none of us can do this work alone. We need to join arm in arm with our public servants to change how we do things and bring about systemic change. We will work to make sure that wherever somebody goes for services in DC Metro, that person is greeted with deep respect and finds solutions, finds programming that works. And I also have some wonderful news. We are about to open in Anacostia a short-term housing facility for singles, a first of its kind, bridge housing that will help people move from encampments to permanent supportive housing within 90 days. So we're very excited about this. These are big endeavors, but I know we can count on you to be there by our side, to build a stronger system together, a system strong enough to catch people on time and end chronic homelessness. With you by our side, we're nimble and quick. We can act now when people need the help. You allow us to say yes to people who have heard no too many times. You allow us to create new solutions when new problems come up. Your support can provide things that some people may take for granted: a security deposit, a first month's rent, a place to store belongings so you don't lose them, a bag of groceries or a prescription delivered at someone's door so the person doesn't have to go out during the pandemic, an ID so someone can get a job, and a pair of boots so someone can take that construction job, not walk away defeated, feeling left behind. At Friendship Place, we task ourselves with developing privately funded solutions so we don't leave anybody behind. We need your help to do this. Now more than ever, we need your help to catch people on time, to end cycles of homelessness, to keep families and single people housed. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for being such good friends of Friendship Place. And now let's listen to Harold.
Hello, friends, and thank you for your precious time and interest in this outstanding organization called Friendship Place. My name is Harold Sims, for those whom I haven't met. It is for me a special honor to speak about the experience that I've had with Friendship Place. The life-changing, enlightening, and uplifting relationship that helped me not only to survive, but to thrive after my life was turned upside down. As a young man, I was raised in the poorest part of Southeast Washington by my grandparents. A marginal high school education in a quasi-segregated 1950s and 60s. I struggled to find a dream of my own, only to meet countless obstacles and setbacks. Maybe that sounds familiar. But guess what? After all the dead-end jobs, I enrolled in a computer and technology training school. And in 2 years, I was on a career path. My life was improving. I felt like good things were in my future. I progressed in my craft and moved up the corporate ladder. I married, and my life became that of a family man and IT professional. Yay! I was unprepared for what would happen 30 years and 3 houses later. Things changed drastically for the worse. Derivative swap, subprime mortgage led to housing market crash and economic setbacks. The loss of employment, loss of our home. At that time, I was filled with doubts, fears, and all kinds of anxiety. I began to see the world as never before. I became housing insecure and then couch surfing with family and on the brink of being homeless in my 60s. I reached out to aim higher at Friendship Place to find employment during these times of economic and personal trial. I was greeted at Aim Higher with compassion, respect, and professional counseling. The team at Friendship Place brought me back to the reality that all was not lost. They gave me hope. I often say that Friendship Place is in the business of bringing hope to those most in need. That hope and encouragement helped me to forego the home ownership and corporate employee lifestyle of my past and shift into early retirement and being a renter. That was 2012. I've been associated with Friendship Place ever since. I continued to visit Friendship Place to seek employment leads and entrepreneur coaching. I became a regular volunteer as I settled into semi-retirement. I became more familiar with the mission, the people behind the methodologies, and the challenges and the successes of Friendship Place as I served on the board for 2 terms. The management, board, staff, and volunteers at Friendship Place all seem to have this particular similarity. That is, they all have compassion for those who are experiencing homelessness, and they understand how to help. These people that change the world for others for the better, as they did for me. I will continue to support Friendship Place with my time, my talent, and resources. I hope that you will consider doing the same. And thank you for allowing me to speak to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Indigo Diggs, pronouns she, her, hers. I'd like to thank all of you for being here today on this afternoon, for me and others who are here and may be struggling with homelessness. Like I said in the video, I don't know where I would be without Friendship Place. Thanks to Friendship Place, they got me into a housing program. Friendship Place came to me and helped me at one of my darkest times in my life, and I'm very thankful and very grateful for having the support that I needed and people that were around. And I would like to thank Miss Sheila. She was actually my case manager. She cared about my wellness and my well-being. I could call her at any time. I could text her at any time. It would be random times, and she would respond and was always there listening and had an open ear for me. I didn't know what the future will hold for me, but the folks at Friendship Place instantly made me feel hopeful for the future. I'm just very grateful for all the opportunities that the Friendship Place has given me. Opportunity to pursue my dream as a music producer. I'm currently a student at the University of the District of Columbia. and I'm studying music performance. I started playing music when I was 11, and I started off with the trumpet. I moved on to piano and a couple other instruments. My dream is to become a music producer. So look out for my name. I know that they will be able to give that hope to somebody else, which is very heartwarming to know that there's programs out here that are actually working to help people that are homeless and not just saying that they're going to do something and not act upon it. I'm incredibly grateful for the tremendous job they've done to make sure that I am where I am today. I expect to have my housing in the next week, and I really can't wait. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for having me, and thank you again for everybody that's helped me through Friendship Place.
Thank you, Jean-Michel, Harold, and Indigo for the moving testimonials. These real-life stories of trial to triumph always tug at my heart. Good evening, friends. My name is Brenda Small, and I'm pleased to be associated with Friendship Place as a member of the board of directors, a highly talented and committed and forward-thinking group that is serving along with staff to boldly support the Friendship Place mission, embrace its challenges, and advance the need for strategic changes. Divinely inspired, divinely ordered, divinely delivered, and divinely orchestrated, Friendship Place crossed my path. And that's how I became connected to the Friendship Place community. 2 years ago, I asked for an assignment to actively support a community cause. I felt something missing in my life. And previously, for several years, I served the unsheltered with a local church ministry here in the district. But I was particularly impressed with how far-reaching and robust Friendship Place's services were in supporting the homeless achieve a place called home. I became a volunteer assisting aim higher job candidates prepare for employment. And I will tell you, the numbers of successful placements has been commendable. That's why I am a Friendship Place volunteer, supporter, and friend. And it's my honor today to ask you to join me in making a financial investment in this wonderful organization. You're supporting us to empower people to change their lives permanently. I'm excited to let you know that any gift, pledge, or pledge payments of any amount that you can make today will be matched, dollar for dollar, up to a total of $115,000, thanks to the generous matching challenge from the John Edward Fowler Memorial Foundation. And we thank them. Now, I especially ask that you consider a monthly donation, which will allow us the steady funding to prepare for the unexpected. And your monthly gift of $500, $250, or even $100 will make an impact on so many lives. You'll help us find homes, secure jobs, and even create hope in thousands of lives. It's so easy to do this. So if you have a cell phone nearby, please text FP Hope, FP Hope to 24365. This will take you to our donate page, and you can affirm you wish to make a monthly donation. Now, if you're sitting at your computer, you can simply go to https://give.friendshipplace.org/FN2021. I'm going to repeat that. On your computer, go to https://give.friendshipplace.org/FN2021. If you want to give by check, please send those to 3655 Calvert Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20007. And remember, the gifts of any amount make a difference, especially today when your gift will be matched. We'll put your gift to work immediately. And again, we thank you. Now, while you're filling out those donation forms, I have a very important final message. On behalf of the 3,400 men, women, and children that Friendship Place will help this year, we sincerely thank each and every one of you for whatever gift you have chosen to give today. And we thank you most of all from the bottom of our hearts for taking time out of your busy life to be here to learn about Friendship Place. Now I'll turn the program back over to Michelle to wrap up. Michelle?
Thank you, Brenda, for sharing your story and for your commitment to Friendship Place. It's such a great example of community support. On behalf of the board, the executive team, and the staff of Friendship Place, we want to thank you for attending this evening. We will be here to answer questions in the live chat on Facebook and YouTube for the next few minutes. We have representatives and friends of Friendship Place ready to talk with you now about how your support can impact thousands of lives. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Welcome to the Friendship Place 30th anniversary celebration. My name is Quentin Walston, jazz pianist and composer. I am so excited to help support such a wonderful organization that does so much to help end homelessness in Washington, D.C. This evening, my trio is going to play two of my favorite jazz songs, starting with the classic, Have You Met Miss Jones? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the celebration.